in real life has low self-esteem, socially very awkward, but yet in the game, they become a great warrior.
Yup, Chard.
You got kids?
Art time star blob.
What a deluge!
Rion, where did you get such power?
I was experimented on in the hospital.
Howdy again, Star Cowboy.
Dude.
Yeah?
I went on a 3-week-long video game bender and it cost me my health, job, and my wife.
And wife. Yep.
Wait, what? Anime what?
I told them we'd be drawing today, and that's what they want to see.
I'm not drawing.
Well, I
Ash-
mean, we like I'll draw and they watch me draw. You're saying?
Wait, why do I need an anime waifu VTuber rig?
I kind of have one.
Oh, I want one.
I can make you one.
When's John's debut?
Don't talk about that!
Okay.
Oh my god, you are not allowed to talk about that.
Okay, when's Myriad?
Exactly, dude. It's like in a month. Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Would you want Ster making the calls?
Yeah, exactly. Like he's
I'm not sure how serious you can take it when he's like, yeah, go on.
So what are you gonna do?
FR?
I have done. I've broken streamer rule number 1.
What it?
I don't know what I'm doing.
Whoa, really?
I mean, honestly, if I switch scenes right now, I'm not even. I don't even know.
Can you even see what I'm drawing?
Not right now.
Oh, okay.
You shall make a fine pet for
Ster is in control.
Both Ster stream and better Ster stream. Starbog.
Guys, I'm in control.
answer was equally as stupid as the question.
Myriad 2 were Kitten Star Peach.
Yes, exactly, Justin. Exactly. I'm closing it. Ashley's drawing. I can make hers bigger. She's what really matters.
You know, I am.
I don't know what
I am
I'm
what
doing.
really matters.
I have like notes on here, but I already did. I gotta like make sure things. I gotta make sure notes like this one, it's not even that big, are not like still questions. That's embarrassing. Ooh, fish. Yeah, Ashley's drawing a big fish. And you got the big toad above it. There's been a lot of monster art going on.
Masterworks all.
They are Masterworks all.
This streamer powerbombed a miner and crushed the hopes and dreams of a little girl.
What the?
She's hard.
I didn't crush her hopes and dreams. She enjoyed it.
Wait, what? Mine?
Not yours.
Oh. Yeah, you did. That little girl is there in the ping pong club, like, training for her revenge.
Not that girl. The one I power bombed in the bouncy castle.
You know, there's been too many little girls whose dreams you're just trying to keep up.
I know. I need to chill. Hey, I just started streaming. Now's a good time to look for the nail clipper. Pure entertainment. Oozing with excitement. Where's the nail clipper?
Stream that I have it.
Oh, shit.
I just clipped my nails with it, too. They're all over my desk. If you're, like, making a potion or anything, got you covered.
I'm gonna try something weird.
Just bite them? No! Too many little girls. It does seem like you rarely interact with little girls because you have no reason to, but like when you do,
Today,
they get crushed.
Swap stories with fellow cyber junkies in the forum.
They get crushed.
Hello.
Okay, there was one story about beating a girl in ping pong.
Your saliva.
Feed me
And-
infinite Myriad content streamer.
Thanks, Pop Tarts and God Gamer. Like, what am I gonna do? Not play the little girl? Usually the like 8-year-olds at ping pong are the gods.
Dude, you should rematch her now that you're injured.
Oh my god.
Maybe she'll have a chance.
That's my left hand.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Never mind.
It actually feels a lot better. I didn't really even notice
Thank
it.
God.
Unless I like push my middle finger down and it like stretches it. So last night. Oh jeez, guys.
So,
oh jeez.
Thing I know about the
oh jeez.
About the inside of their mouth.
I broke it again.
Big Feast playable race to replace Trolls win. Ooze morph soon, I'm sure smile.
To replace truth? Man, how did Justin pronounce trolls? Because it was not trolls. It was definitely like truth. So last night I went to go work out with my wife in our little apartment gym area. And I don't use the equipment there very often. And there's a bench, you know, and I need to set it up to do inclined bench stuff. So you make like the slanty bench. For all you non-worker outers, it's a slanty bench. So you take the like bench that's flat and you need to fold it so that it's slanty.
It's like your desk chair for nerds, you know, but you can like angle the back.
Yeah.
To any angle you want. So
that's the first thing I go in there to do. But I've never unfolded this bench before, and it won't move. I'm trying to like unscrew it. I'm sitting there for like 2 minutes straight, just like I don't understand. And I stick my left hand on it to give myself like some leverage to like just pull it this like, you have to like pull a metal thing out of a notch to like move it up and then put the metal thing back in so it stays there.
A knob.
Yeah, so I put my hand on it and then I pull back.
Wow.
And it just fucking
66 months. That's a lot of money wasted.
Shut
on
up,
a
Leaf
streamer
Mace.
boy. Well, me as well.
It slams on my hand like a hammer. Like there's some sort of metal point underneath it. Like my hand was in the perfect spot. So I have like a hammer indent on the back of my left hand. And then I left. It didn't work out. I walked in, fiddled with this thing for a couple minutes, hammered my hand, and then just ran around outside.
It was really deep though. It like wasn't even red, it was purple.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It was pretty bad. It like doesn't hurt right now, and there's a band-aid over it because Ashley saved me. There was no band-aid on it, but Ashley came in here and she was like, you know what? You need a band-aid. And I was like, oh my god, please save my life with that band-aid. You know what? She just doesn't want to look at it. So now it's like stuck on. I don't want to look. But
because when I come around you try to put it in my face and make me kiss it.
But yeah, it was like a pretty deep cut and like a legitimate circular indent where you could see my like skin went down like a crater.
I am amazed that it doesn't hurt. You are such a man.
Yeah, I went home and immediately put ice on it.
And then you went for a jog.
Yeah, I did. Did I figure out the bench out of that? No, I left.
Well, I mean, I know how it works. But I wasn't watching you do it. There is a way, it's just, you have to be willing to break it in order for it to work.
So yeah, I too long didn't read. I hammer smashed my hand. And it hurt. But now it's kind of, I don't know. I kind of want to take a peek, but then the band-aid's not going to stick. And me and this band-aid have bonded because I even showered with it and it's still perfectly sticky. And that's kind of crazy that it like hasn't even unstuck.
And we only have 2 of those band-aids in the entire world. We're going to have to buy a whole new box of
No, there was a whole
Lana.
bunch in there.
What? No, those were smaller.
No.
Yeah.
No.
You checked?
When I came home, I put on one of those band-aids for a little bit.
Okay.
And there was like a whole box of them. I just probably moved them to the other destroyed counter sink that you didn't... Stop judging me!
Okay, God.
But yeah, I smashed my hand. Other than that, like, hey, Ster, haven't seen you in a while. What's up? Anything new? No.
I've been drawing. I've drawn a lot of stuff.
Ashley's drawn a lot of stuff. I don't know. I've been in the whirlpool.
And it's extra intriguing for me because when he tells me to draw the stuff, I only get, like 20% of the context for it.
Being a medieval
like,
peasant.
where does this come in?
How
Where does this happen?
People
This
happy.
guy, pretty sure I can tell where this happens.
Give fits. Professor William Strungy. Thank you.
Medieval peasant, but do you know just
How could my hand possibly
Hey, Ster,
hurt
haven't seen you
when
in a
I get
while.
all these subs?
What? Oh, okay.
True. I guess I didn't think of that.
What's the meme? You want to see how big and swole and how big and tight I can get? Bro, show us your progress, bro. I've been feeling like I'm a jacked lifter man lately. Like, that's what's new.
You looked like it for a while, but you were just in denial before.
Yeah, so I came up with my superhero persona. Like, you know I'm Guy Bark. You know I have these personas, but now you need to know that I am the cubic man. See, Ashley said I was a slab of man, and I said no. I am a perfect, square, cubic man. I am the measurement for man. Ball me up into a cube, that's the size. And I de-escalate conflict by just like... It's hard to explain.
Charging at people?
Yeah, I just walk at you confidently like a wall.
Until the problem goes away.
Yeah, like I don't punch, I don't do anything. I just like walk you into a wall.
You shall make a fine pet.
That's me. My superhero persona.
Yay, 5 years of subscribing.
I've been walked into a wall a few times.
Yeah, she knows I'm the cubic man.
I do know. And it is mildly annoying.
Shut up. I'll come over there and cube you out of your desk.
Please don't. I'll be good.
Cordillier, thank you for 5 years. Hey. Hey. That was a girthy hey. Yeah. Yeah, so that's what's new with me. I'm the cubic man. I smashed my hand. I actually haven't been back to ping pong in a while. I need to go. Because I need to change the rubber on my paddle. It's been cooking in the oven for a while now. It's like a week of prep on the rubber before I can change it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because of the speed glue thing.
Sure, you may think it would stink being a
You
medieval
say that to
peasant,
me like that
but
makes
you know
sense.
just how
I told
stinky-
you all about. I gave you like a whole explanation like a month ago.
Okay.
Elchim, thank you for your primary sub.
Well, thanks, Al. Al likes my frog. What do you think about that?
I like the frog a lot, though it kind of reminds me of the Naruto frog, but that's okay.
Oh no. How close is it?
I mean, I don't know Naruto very well, so my brain's just filling in blanks.
Are the frog and fish friends? Absolutely. They're in love.
Damn nature, you scary. That's what I've been saying.
He's blushing. Naruto invented frogs? I guess.
They did. Well, doesn't the Naruto frog like make out with Sasuke?
I don't even remember what Naruto frog.
Like they have a whole weird
Is-
sex scene with the frog and Sasuke and Chipotle.
Chipotle, the ninja?
I don't. It sounds like someone who would be in Naruto.
Okay.
If you told me there was a guy named Chipotle, I'd be like, all right, okay. I follow.
Well, like I've said, the only Naruto I've watched was a marathon of it when I was sick, so everything I remember is suspect. Because I was too sick to even get up and change the channel.
Sick. Okay, so like very, very vaguely, I need to go over and fix anything that's still not working. There's a lot of weird small changes that I might have forgotten to change in some places, like sanity is split now, which is a very awful way to explain it. But basically the right side of the bar is your actual... That's gonna be loud. Sanity can go negative rather than it resetting when it hits 0. If he takes 15 sanity damage, then like he's missing, you know, he's missing that part of it, but then it can go into the negatives. And that's to represent if you have no sanity or not, and then there's certain things will affect you differently. Sanity lives in a society. That's basically what I'm saying. And you can see on the bottom left of the token thing, it says negative 15 out of negative 100, so it'll update to be... yeah, you die when you hit your maximum negative. And going below is not a madness. There are a lot of other negatives to being lower sanity. Particularly before there are healing spells that clerics can do that will either heal a target for, let's say, 10, or burn a target if they have no sanity. Now players will be considered to have no sanity if they go below 0. So if you're like, oh, man, I need to heal you, and you're like, nah, I'm fucking crazy. You're going to light me on fire because I'm a heathen. It's kind of a problem. But also, the significant part in there is that there is a social skill which used to be dementia, is now mind, which is only adjusted based on your current sanity. So every 10 points of sanity you have or don't have is a +1. So if you're like, I want to read the book, and you have a lot of sanity, you basically have a higher resistance and you're more prepared to read the book. If you don't have a lot of sanity, you're much more likely to fail. Which also has combat implications for enemies, where if you lower enemies' sanity, then you're more likely to be able to influence them with like charms and stuff like that, because their mind rolls are going to be lower. The whole thing. Yeah. Burn the impurities. So I think...
Oh, good.
Yes, no, you want to say something. Go ahead and say it.
I was gonna say, if the characters like reassure each other and do some cute RP about making each other feel better, they should get sanity points back.
Maybe. It's gonna be a lot easier to recover sanity than it was before. And health, I need to go over that. That's one big important part.
I think that'd be cute.
Deepest lore? There is in fact lore.
Deepest lore.
Yeah, if you tell your buddy, hey buddy, nice cock, +10 sanity. Thank you for noticing. Yeah, so madness is only gonna happen now for like very specific ear tampering with shit you shouldn't be. Like when Eerie messed with Hendrike's mind. That kind of situation, which warrants a very particular like risk-reward madness situation. Because I think I've tried so many different ways to like automate like randomly rolled madnesses at certain points, and it just, they never felt like they fit, or it felt like hard to, yeah, I don't know. It was always very imperfect, and I didn't really like it. But I think there are situations.
Like Theory's madness worked out. Sorry.
Exactly. As I think there's situations where it's way more relevant. Are injuries still a thing? I think on the same note, only one specific, like when Jimmy gets squashed by a dragon. Like if you're fucking around and you know that you're like, you need to get punished, yeah, then there's an injury. But there's no automated, you get injured at this point. What the fuck is this copy pasta? Oh, the fuck for God one. I think that's a different variation than I've seen. So confused. No, it's Shadow, like the character class Shadow in Path of Exile. You guys don't understand Path of Exile meme. Because General Gravitius, when you fight him, that's what he says. He says, I fuck for God, Exile. Who do you fuck for? It's in the game.
Oh my god.
He says fight, but it really...
Whoa, okay.
It really doesn't sound like fight. You'll once you've seen this copy pasta, you hear him say, okay, he fucks for God. See if there's anything I... What?
What? Bum, 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 bum.
Ah!
Is that...
I don't know what that was.
That was a motorbike.
Also, you like keep moving your image. I keep trying to like re-crop.
Oh! Oops. Right, it's in the exact middle of my screen now. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. Try not to move it. Try not to.
So what I need to do, too long, didn't read, what I need to do is make sure that everything is working within like the changes that I just described. I think that they are. But what I really, really need, what I've been putting off for the longest time, is just making the classes. And I have a much better idea of what the classes need to be and how leveling up is going to work, because I've thought about it in the grand scheme of how I want campaigns to work. Because there's a lot of stuff of how I want the campaign structures to have predictable rewards, and that ties into how you level up, obviously. If you want predictable rewards, everyone wants to level. Like, bruh. Kind of just reminding myself, when I hover over social, it gives you your whole shtick there now for players, so they can see all their stuff. It automatically updates your social roles, so you don't need to explain it. The mind one is +3 because he has 30 sanity. If I lower his sanity, blam, then it's gonna show -7 on the mind roll. You don't want to roll mind because you're gonna die. I need to work on supplies, because I really like the idea behind it, but the more I started to get into the specifics of it, I had no ideas. 70 spell points. Yeah, he's the test token. And then I want the actual class tokens. It's like, if you're going to pick a class, this would be a Brawler Man, and then the next one over here would be like, this is Mage. I know it looks exactly the same, but trust me, he's upside down, he's different. And then players would be able to hover over this and get a description of what the character is, and you can actually, like, the skills that it'll have will be on here, so you can look at them. Because all of the tooltips update, like the damage being 4 there, is because it calculates the damage on the tooltips now. So if we gave him... Is there another test token guy that actually has shit? This guy who actually has guard and stuff. So you would be able to hover over and say, okay, I understand. Guard, gain 9. Okay. He can use it 7 times per combat. That's kind of weird. That's weird. Push. Okay, this is what push does. And then the class info box. What the fuck is... It's all over the place. Would give the quickest description of what they are. and then you would just pick a class, and it would basically copy this token into a new token for you with your alignment choice and whatever other choices I might be able to bake into character classes. And I'm also going to have a race race option. But the idea is for them to be pre-packaged with
Today he swapped stories with fellow cyber junkies in
already chosen intelligent choices of like Brawler Man is supposed to have like push and shove and guard and attack of opportunity and just come with all of that instead of having to like level up and select it. And then when the random level ups happen, because that's still likely to be the case, though it may vary a little bit depending on how the level up was gained, they gain random choices based on what their character is and what their alignment choices were. There's already some alignment choices I've made, like austerity, random skill pool can never show occult abilities. There was some other one. Cavell has like actually the weirder one. But yeah, there's a lot of ways to control. I've too long didn't read. I've gone over it before. There'll be more information. Obviously, like when a party actually levels, and it'll make a lot more sense what's going on or when they're building characters. But where was I? So I was saying, so Brawler Man would start with attack of opportunity and guard and shove. And this is the players wouldn't look at this. This is where all the random skills are. That attack of opportunity is a prerequisite to all of the things that modify attack of opportunity. So you can randomly be offered upgrades to the skills you already have, and there's also some other more generic ones. Orpheon, thank you.
Hope you are doing good.
I'm doing good.
For Albert to more Myriad Star Blob.
Yeah, that'd be cool if it was done. Erasmus B. Dragon, also thank you for the trash dimension. Yeah. Where's a good example for one? This
Today
one.
he swapped stories with fellow cyber junkies.
Healing. Randomize. Man, how to explain? When this random skill is chosen, it will pick one of the skills that you actually have. Like if you have guard, then this will tell you heal yourself X amount when using the guard ability. So the leveling is more like upgrades to your starting skills than it is entirely new options. I want the pre-made character classes to feel complete, and then level ups to just fill in the gaps a bit more. And I've had a hard time thinking about how that works for spellcasters, because obviously spellcasters just want to pick a spell, and I think that's still a really fun part of D&D is, you know, looking at the spell list and trying to figure out what you're getting next. So I think the way I'm currently leaning, what I'm going to do is, I don't know if I have it somewhere on this messy a random skill would be to choose any spell. That there's still going to be a spell list, but you need spell points to choose one. Or in world, you could find a book that grants a spell, and you could choose a spell from that to try and have level ups and power gain be a little bit more organic. But I still think I want spellcasters. Let's say there's like a psychic would be the character class. They would come with the set of spells that are like, these fit the archetype. This is what you're good at doing. How like Eerie was a mind eraser. Give them the full package, and then just like these other abilities have upgrades to them that can roll in your level ups. And that makes sense to me. Everything I'm saying makes sense. Because also I don't like when you are you know, I'm gonna make a charm bard. You know, I like playing D&D, gonna do a little bit of charm, you know, be a little bit of a social. Third level spell. I'm gonna take fireball. Like, I think the party needs fucking fireball. I guess I'll take haste and war. Yeah, I'm a bit of a charm wizard.
Well, I gotta take bless. You know, you gotta.
Yeah.
Somebody's gotta have bless.
Yeah. So it like just becomes like, I really, really like when, you know, if you're the fire wizard, all your spells should be fire. You know, not like, dude, like, this ice spell's so good, fuck it. I mean, you could still be later offered other options that are outside of your initial school of preference. Like what I'm saying, you're the psychic, you're the eerie who mind what you know what? I want to start you off very well themed, and then basically any character could potentially see any of the random level ups, even ones from other classes, the way it currently is. I'm not too sure that'll stay. But again, like I said, there's upgrade paths, so some of these will warn you. The shove ability. Does it say on here? I think it's on this one. Push specialization. Your push effects have +1 push and deal 2 splat. Adds more push-related options to your random skill pool. So when this shows up, it's basically you saying like, yeah, you know what? I want to make the push guy. I want to be pushing stuff. And there's also going to be some spells that push, and it all translates. And then all of these other push-related abilities that are here would then show up. So it's really just like... It's not so restrictive as a skill tree, but it's really a very guided skill tree that you don't need to think about way too hard. Actually, I'm realizing, like, it's hard to put on my screen where it isn't covered. The uniqueness of classes. Yeah, I feel even within the classes, they should still be quite customizable. Because, like, with the alignments, are still going to have a big impact on what skills you see and what your character does. The cosmic, all this.
And your items, too.
And your items and
random stuff.
Races are going to have a big impact, which I'm still... I don't know, I was trying to think of some... I don't even know how to explain it. Like, if I explain it, it's going to sound bad, and that's why I haven't done anything. I was almost considering a party gets, like... collectively as a party at character creation, let's say they get 20 race points, and like some of the more powerful races cost more points, but then you get...
They have to decide together?
Exactly. That's...
No.
I'm explaining something that I'm not doing.
Alright.
But I would like... See, it's weird because like humans are like 99% of the Myriad population. And then trolls are Omega strong boys.
So you want to not have a party of trolls, say.
Like when everything is cooler than human, but humans are what most of the world is, I kind of want a way to limit how many non-humans there are. But I don't think there's any good way to do that. Like if a player wants to play something, they want to play it, you can't really step in and be like, oh, boo, boo, boo. Like the whole point of making things simpler is to have someone just pick what they want to pick.
To answer Brittany's question, this is a system that Ster made from the ground up and programmed by himself. So it's based on like the D&D playing, sort of, where you go on a journey with your party, things like that, but all the skills, classes, races, world is completely unique, made by him.
True.
Forget?
Yeah, the whole point is that it's my whole world and everything is automated and built in here so that all the custom abilities that I'm talking about, like if I want to attack all these things up here, then it automatically attacks them, outputs, streamlines things. Can't see. Yeah, okay. It's I'm having a hard time out here. That, and he barely even hurt him anyway, because they got 10 million HP.
Where's the Myriad command? Dog is working.
His dog is Nightbot. Maybe BurgerBot is fucked up.
Oh.
Because I haven't streamed in like 10 years, and maybe he went on a vacation.
Dude. Anyone seen BurgerBot?
Straight up throwing if they pick troll. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, so the big thing about making these classes that has been the holdup for me is because these are going to be like permanent fixtures. The most important thing here, everything that goes on them needs to be, I need to be certain that it works and that it isn't going to change. Like if I put shove on him right now, I need to be absolutely sure that when we go to this random selection page, that shove works and every potential option that can upgrade it is already programmed into shove. Because if later down the line, if I'm like, you know what, it'd be cool if I added another option to shove and it did this and this and this and it changed it in this way, then the initial class, the initial like shove that everyone is choosing doesn't have that. Because it is not referencing some grandmaster shove ability somewhere. It's like being created the moment it's being put on a character.
Yeah.
Which I could have it reference like a global shove. I could certainly do that for more universal abilities. At this point, it might make more sense to do that for like the absolute most basic ones. Yeah. Feeling you need to staple it down now? Well, like I just explained, if anything changes later, it can't. Like if I start a campaign, or if I make the main class and I put shove on it, and I change anything about it, I'm just making more work for myself. So it's not like, oh, I'll just take it. Like I'm making more work for myself later by not making sure I did it right now. Thank you. Playtest sessions? I don't know. I need to finish it first. Now, there's some things I wouldn't need to update it for. But that's a whole other specific thing.
Ah.
Wah.
Line.
I'm pretty confident shove is done and good.
You are the cubic man after all. It is your specialty.
I am the cubic man. Just double checking things. That damage seems wrong to me.
You did, Tail Spinner. And I am ashamed. You must travel back in time so you can enjoy the first hour of the Ashley stream.
I mean, because it is wrong. This is what I'm saying. And then, yeah, then it's wrong for every character that ever takes the skill. Guess it's rounding down. I'm reminding myself how this function.
Fold, that is funny. One of the worst parts of playing piano as a kid is that my parents would want to come to every recital. I'd be like, Mom and Dad, you love me too much. You gotta stop taking up too much of your time. It's starting to creep me out. Like, go have a life.
Why is this melting my brain? Because I'm streaming, and every time I stream, nothing makes sense to me. True. Oh. Okay, I think that I've caught something important.
Nice.
That is wrong everywhere.
What?
We'll see. Hold on.
Ah! Guys, you should all get into game dev. It is great.
No, it is correct. My assumption was wrong.
You spend 5 years of your life making Sonic Frontiers, and then you put out the trailer for it, and everyone is like, Sonic is stiff and his quills are too big.
True.
And then you just give up and die.
Does that have a function for determining percentages of damage quickly? I'm just forgetting what the numbers were.
To where you love misery? Oh. I guess that helps. That's if you're lucky. Most people will notice your game and you'll sell 100 copies. Sad. I guess that's even worse.
No, that didn't happen. Sonic Frontiers looks like ass. Convo. Chill out, man. Chill out.
You don't have to chill out. I want to hear about it.
Chill out.
I'm interested in that conversation.
We only love games here.
What? What?
I don't like things to be negative. 100% positivity.
Okay.
Myriad is great. Sonic, even better.
Sure, you may think it would stink.
What?
Sure, you may think it'd
it'd
be
you
stinky.
know just how stinky?
6.
What? 6. Thanks, I'm loco. Das Yang? Das Jang? I don't know. I missed that sub. Thank you. I'm sure you didn't even hear your name being said, because that's like definitely not what it is. So what I want to do, the most important thing, having explained everything and not going back and not, leaving any chatter behind, is make a example for myself, spellcaster class, because this Brawler Man is not done, but I know what the done version looks like. but spellcasting has consistently come up to me as a very weird issue. So I want to make Filthcaster, who has a familiar.
Ooh, my class.
Yeah. So they want a thematic package of filth, having a familiar, and having it all work together. And then potentially some upgrades to go along with it on the random page. Wife stream?
Wife stream!
I mean, combo. Combo stream.
Husband and wife stream.
The master works all, you can't go wrong.
My friend just bought
'Cause
Deep
we're
Rock
more
and wants to
powerful
play with
together,
me.
right, Steve?
Any tips for a first timer?
Nope.
What?
I'm answering the person who
Today, he
subscribed.
swapped
I
stories
don't
with
have
fellow
gamer
cyber
tips.
junkies in the forum.
Matrimony stream. Starbog.
Have fun.
Oh, for Deep Rock. Drink
got
the beer.
kids?
Thanks, Merce.
It's hard.
And Swampy. June. Are you looking for what is June 9th? Why don't you say what the thing is?
You got kids?
This is awesome.
Oh, Game Fest? I was gonna ask when I saw someone in Discord be like, oh, game trailers react time? I could react to some games.
I like when you do that.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna announce Dragon's Dogma.
2?
Yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah.
you're
Oh, yeah.
joking.
Definitely.
You're joking. Yeah, and Breath of the Wild 2, and
What is today? June 4th.
Terraria 2, and Spelunky 3. Bloodborne on PC, yeah. All the things we can never have. We haven't earned it as a society.
Bloodborne on PC with a new DLC included.
There's no way. How could they top that fucking orphan fight? There is no way. Bloodborne 2 though. Oh!
You talking about Street Fighter 6 yet? There really isn't a lot to talk about.
The character designs are so fucking weird, dude.
I mean, that's Street Fighter.
So
They
will randomly come out with a really good one and then it just goes back.
I thought the graffiti stuff was really cool looking. I thought that was a good direction to actually make it like fighting in a street and have that sort of theme.
I did notice that they finally have a street in the Street Fighter game.
I thought that was that's cool.
But I had to have somebody explain to me that the main character is like an MMA fighter, and that's why they never wear shoes. It's like, who is this weird shoeless man with giant hair? And the very creepy face proportion.
Changes saved to Filthy Witch.
Oh yeah. They make you fight someone with parents?
Wait, what?
What? You're saying the fighter has parents, or do you fight somebody's and their parents in like the same battle? Because that would be great.
This is all irrelevant.
Ken's wife left him? Didn't Ken have like a dead wife or something at one point? How many wives does Ken have?
Well, I don't know any of the lore.
Only
What?
Street Fighter lore that matters is Q's.
What the fuck?
Oh, instead of Orphan of Cause in Bloodborne, now you fight somebody with parents. I see. Well, that's not as exciting.
Okay, that's a weird bug. I don't know what's going on, but it doesn't actually do anything. So step one, I need to make a version of Summon Familiar that I'm happy with. The idea with the Summon Familiar is that you can only cast filth spells within the range of your familiar. So that is what is unique about them being a caster, is that they get to get the swarms and the things. So we're gonna theme around having the like rat swarm spells and stuff. I believe. Yo, there was a fucking stupid spell that I made.
What was it?
Before, when each class was gonna have like 3 ultimate ability kind of choices, I made like the summoner class had a like usable once per day, spend all of your sanity, summon a creature that lasts for 1 round of combat. That was just like the most OP thing I could make.
Okay. The finisher?
Yeah, but it also scaled on, I don't know, a whole bunch of generic stuff that you'd be building for anyway. Kind of liked it. Might have to go back and
Cool
make
art.
some version
Cool
of that again.
macros. You guys are doing great start.
Hey, thanks,
Very-
Learb.
Very Yu-Gi-Oh! That idea.
Yeah. Obliterate. Well, it's because summons have the whole mechanic where they only last for as amount of turns as they have adrenaline. And I can't remember how it worked, man. But I liked it. Freaking Exodia.
The master works all, you can't go wrong.
Gaming.
Lambda Project, thank you. Pretty sure the skill as written probably works.
How's my lamprey looking?
It should have good.
Any requests or?
No, I thought you were gonna color the other ones.
Well, coloring is. I've explained to you the levels of my brain activity before.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. You don't have to explain
Coloring
your
is the
brain to
lowest
me.
level of brain activity. Inking higher than that, and I'm pretty awake, so I want to use my awake brain for inking.
Okay.
Big giant frog.
I'm gonna put on screen what I'm doing for anyone who is lost.
I don't know how big Ster thinks this lamprey is, but I'm seeing it like 8 feet long.
Pretty big. I mean, it looks like shark size, maybe a little bigger.
Nice.
The medium Tony build still possible?
Today he
Technically,
swapped stories
yeah.
with fellow cyber junkies in the forum.
I'm going with technical
I love
because
that frog.
0 classes exist right now, but like all of the things, all of the pieces. Kind of doing some stuff from the ground up. Okay, so I want Summon Familiar has a whole bunch of... By default, the Servant has this amount of HP and this amount of armor and blah, 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 blah. I would like for those defaults to be written in the skill tooltip when you summon Familiar. Right now, it just says, Summon a Familiar. So I'm gonna have, like, HP, armor... I remember how to do this. It's a whole... and I'm trying to convert everything to, so it says it has 5 plus occult HP. I'm trying to make it so that everything is percentage based of your occult. So it would be like, for every point of occult, the... What's the word I'm looking for? The standardized value is 1 point of a stat is 10% increase. So it would be based off of occult, is how this function works. Starts with 5, and then you could write 10, but the default is 10. And that is getting your occult. Every point of occult is 10% on the base of 5. Is what that's doing. Should probably have more health than that though.
Now draw that frog giving birth. That would unironically be a great Myriad battles. Fighting something giving birth. Ooh, ooh. Not like a spider or something. Something gross.
And what I'm also doing is we have to color code everything.
Ooh, I love color.
It's been a while, so I'm gonna make sure that works. And before some random tooltip thing crashes, map tools, I'm gonna save.
Oh, I'm gonna save. Yeah, like in Pikmin. Some of them do that. And it's very disturbing. You have to kill their adorable children. I love it.
The rat gang? You can summon rats. Okay, it works. I just didn't add the line breaks.
But rats are a hive mind, so if you summon one rat, it's kind of like summoning them all. Can you try that fish thing eating a burger? I actually did draw it eating a burger earlier. You know me. But I erased it because I'm almost done. I'm feeling good about that. see what. We're gonna do well.
$20 tiles is a lot. But they also weak. And here's where we're probably gonna have to do some really jank shit. So if we want, and I do want, like a skill you can get later that raises the HP of your familiar or your summons. God, and that already exists. Hold up, I need to rack my brain on this one. For how it would work with this tooltip. But normally what I would do is, because of how all of these quotes work and how things are being created, I have to do skill 1 equals the value of the skill has skill 2, blah, 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 blah. So HP would be CO is the color code inside the parentheses. Half is the percentage number. And then it would be plus S1, where S1 is the skill sum HP. I can't remember what the name of the HP summoning skill is.
HP summoning? Is that just heal?
What?
Never mind.
You have no idea. Okay. You're a good reference for how no one knows what I'm saying, and I'm just background words.
But you summon hit points, you're healing somebody. I'm sorry.
No, your summon that you summon has more maximum hit points.
Oh.
Yeah, I think creating the tooltips for summons is more work than I want to put in. Not gonna lie.
Jeez.
Looking for a my summon. Because there's so much shit that you can modify on your summons. One of those things you really only have to do once, though.
Crocodile.
Leon.
And then I have to double check.
Where did you get such power?
I was
experimented
experimenting
on in the hospital.
Yeah.
I never know how to draw a fantasy alligator. It just stops being an alligator if you change anything. I ran into the same thing. Can you tell?
Thanks, I am the Nugget Man.
Yeah, I was adding like horns and all this random shit. I'm like, that looks weird. It's got to kind of make it more of an alligator than it was before. Yeah, fantasy alligators become dragons. do like the alligator boss in Darkest Dungeon a lot. Just an alligator with bug legs. Fatter head. There are a lot of things I'm tempted to do with these that would just end up being comedic looking. It's been a hard bridge to gap. Because I just want to draw everything fat and cute. But I can't!
An alligator with crocodile legs. That's fucking crazy.
Wait. Damn, can I use that? It would just be a really tiny body with big legs. Which is kind of funny to imagine.
Yeah, these tooltips are too much.
Oh, true. What if that had a sword? Like in the Dark Souls wolf. Yeah! Hits you with a sword for no reason. Cannot believe they did that twice, by the way. Draw him graduate college? I guess that would be unique. I guess it would be a fantasy, because you don't generally see crocodiles graduating college. Way to think outside the box. He'd be a good concept artist. Sideways mouth? Actually, that might work. I like the sideways mouth on a crocodile. It's like his whole body splits open. Gross. New lore just dropped. Crocodile College. I don't know, where on the evolutionary chain are alligator monsters?
Oh yeah, the funner part. I can't just write S1, I have to do...
Give it to me. Give it to me. Your saliva.
Star blink.
This is... This line right here is what? This is why the tooltips... This is going to start just being way too much.
Maybe you do a Hail Mary and don't do it unless somebody picks Summoner.
I mean...
Or you think they won't pick Summoner unless it's...
Imagine a player picks Summoner and they look at their tooltip and it's like, oh, that's how much health it'll have. And then they don't care.
Yeah?
Yeah, so why am I here right now?
I mean, that's the type of player I am. I just would have the summon mostly to round out my character. Make jokes with.
Oh my god, I'm losing track of like what is on my screen right now. What am I looking at? I mean, it's working. It's just vomit code. And if anything gets added later that can adjust their HP that isn't the two things that I've implemented here, then I'm fucked. Unless we do what I've done for splat abilities.
What's that?
So on this one, push a target up to this amount plus calculate push. There's a whole bunch of things that can adjust push, and I defer it all to one tooltip to calculate the number based on that, and it can be a global thing that can be updated. So what I could do is, for all the summon stats that I want to show on summon abilities, instead of doing all of this every single time, I could make a different thing and just be like, calc summon. And then it'll create the summon tooltip based on that. And if anything ever changes or I ever need to add it, I can do that. Ooh-wee.
Ooh-wee. So what is everybody up to this weekend? Got any plans?
Playing Diablo Immortal? What?
Apparently that's out. You know what? I've seen artwork from it and it's beautiful.
But people are playing it?
Yeah, it turns out normies don't care. Not calling you a normie in chat. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I saw it. I did.
Being sick is my favorite answer. Great plan. Thought I had a D&D session, but it got canceled. Yep. Relatable. This got canceled tomorrow. Apparently the pay to win is super bad. You need 50,000 American dollars, Jen. Going to the gym after fixing your bike. Yeah. I like hearing that. Final Fantasy 4. I heard that there's something announced for 14, but I didn't get the specifics on it. But people seemed happy about it. Ooh, learning to wash.
Where did you get such power?
I was experimented on in the hospital.
Hello, Ashley. How's the art going?
I'm here too.
You can chime in. You can answer the question.
It wasn't to me.
Yeah, it was. It was to everybody.
No, Matt Dat. Hello, Ashley. How's the art going?
Oh, it's going pretty good. The art style for Myriad changed slightly. I don't know if you can tell.
Oh, fuck. This doesn't work.
But it has. I like the changes, though it involves a lot more work than it did before. You know what? That's alright. If you're not making something good at the end of the day, what are you spending your time on?
Man, I'm about to just not... I keep saying I'm gonna not do it, and here I am, still doing it.
That is me at work every single day. I always get these little thoughts of like, I'm gonna try something, just a little bit. Try it a little bit. I know it won't work. Gonna try it anyway. And there's just like no way.
I mean, I know it will work, and I know I will get to the end of this, and I will not be happy that I have to keep doing it for every summon, and that it exists.
Well, that's different.
See, because the base amount of stat is going to be different per summon, and I can send arguments over for what the base is, and then it depends whether or not it's being blah 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 blah. Like to buy your diamond, sure, fuck.
What did you change? Well, before I was trying to really simplify things to make them more like geometric. More cubey, like the cubic man. Now I've given up on that and sort of went back to trying to give things more volume. More complicated shapes. Are the kids more Gringe? What kids? In the next episode of Myriad? I don't know, I've only drawn one. But I think Cringe Kid is going to come back with like a palette swap.
It's just all kids.
Someone explain the burger? No. It's unexplainable.
I think I abandoned ship on this. All of my logic is telling me to, but I can't.
Well, is it a matter of powering through it and getting it all done and then never having to
by doing it now, I'm creating hundreds of problems later.
Oh, that sounds
like
different.
it all can be done, and it all will ultimately result in a player going, "Oh, that's nice that my tooltip says how much my summon." Yeah, it kept track of all of that. That's cool. But you want to know what? It's not going to, and it's not going to be cool. And then a player's going to say, "Oh, I would summon my familiar every single day because that's my core ability, but I don't know how much health it has." Fucking.
Well, when you put it like that.
Yo.
Yo, 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 what up?
What up? It's gonna leave me hanging.
Yo, 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 what up?
And I think my Ster AI is broken. That's all he's gonna say for the rest of the stream.
Your what's broken?
My Ster AI. The AI that controls whatever you say.
Destroyed, idiot. Get the fuck on Arisa.
I guess that's... Hey, Coileen.
Okay, just summon your familiar. Filthy Witch, summon. It has
Yeah, it's broken.
the stance effect. Cool. Roll option, can't blah 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 blah. We tested that because I knew that shit wasn't gonna work.
Noti, I kind of want to try because I'm sure I have no memory of what those look like. I know they're very cute. See if I can remember.
Map Tools actually hasn't had an update in like 6 months. Just throwing that out there. As I think, again, the number one thing I want is a way to search for my macro on this giant macro list. End stance. Bro.
Have they offered a reason why they haven't been updating it?
Starfield.
I don't know, I haven't been keeping up with it.
Oh, okay.
I think they're working on some bigger features. Either that or it is a community run project and no one's working on it.
I hope that's what it is, and it's not like, okay, we're stopped all development and now we're making map tools too.
That wouldn't happen.
Okay.
Looking for end dot stance. Who the heck knows where that is?
Hey, local thick boy.
Ooh, local and thick.
Oh.
That's seriously all it does? And that erred? What?
Erd.
The fuck's wrong with that? Lol. Okay, that's a funnier bug. So the intelligent rat has a healing stance active that activates in an aura around itself when its turn starts, but it has no sanity, so it hurts itself because the sanity changes.
Oh.
And it looks like it didn't even do it in an aura because it didn't do it to the witch. Because it summoned it as an NPC for some reason.
Now you'll see my special blue attack.
Man, the whole stance thing was always... It's so simple and so fucked.
I like them.
I do too, and it's random one being outputted. And it's still not affecting the Filthy Witch.
Too strong. Be funny if those folds around his neck continued throughout the entire alligator. I would find it funny. But like I said, I gotta stop making things really fat. Because it's funny.
Yeah, Ashley has like a whole fat thing going on. Or I need like, I was like, oh, I actually need this like ancient troll that's been alive. I'll make it like huge. It's gonna be so fat. It's been eating so much. It's massive.
And then I tried to draw it and you're like, later.
Okay, we fixed that.
That massive troll better be kidding. Better not be pulling the rug over my eyes.
What? Oh god, this old aura shit. Go, ninja.
Give him an accordion neck for extra range.
You've broken her. It's not hard to do, but you've broken her.
Can you please give this alligator an accordion neck? It's on the other side of the bank, we're safe. Please. Please, Ster.
No!
Come on, that's great.
It almost does look like he's ready to, like, shoot his head.
Yeah. I love that. Giraffe alligator. You did say you wanted things to be more serpentine on this island. Remember?
I did.
Chet, do you think he loves me for real if he doesn't let me have the accordion neck alligator?
I mean, draw it. I'll let you know what I think.
Oh crap! Now I have to pull it off. Get snipey from the water, exactly.
Party, roll me an initiative check. You're getting sniped by an accordion alligator. One of you's getting pulled into the water as its neck elongates.
We could have a different token for each segment of his neck.
Oh my god.
That is so great. Alright, I'll finish this one first, and I will mess with that a little bit. Alligators with like a 60-foot reach. But what sound would it make? Question I'm always asking Ster, and he won't give me a preview.
I need an accordion.
Sound of its neck extending.
I don't know. That's the best I've got.
It was good.
It needs more like a boing at the end. It's hard to do both. Yo, I'm confused AF right now. Okay, I'm double confused.
What you trying to do?
Okay, so it activates the stance, which for some reason is damaging it. I thought that was because it has no sanity, but the aura doesn't deal damage based on sanity. And neither token is losing HP. And it is saying that it's targeting Filthy Witch who's within range of it, which is correct.
Does it work on other tokens?
Yo, what is... The HP is acting like they have armor, but they don't. It's saying it's damaging itself, but it's... Okay, that time it actually took damage.
Getting somewhere?
I think it's damaging and healing itself.
Oh.
But it shouldn't be targeting itself because the target list is that right there, which is not itself.
I don't want to draw its back spine. Can I draw like a face there? So it can be like, what's his name? From Elden Ring?
Oh, what?
You know, that guy that was fused with the snake?
I didn't hear the first part.
Oh, don't worry about it.
From drizzle to deluge.
Bap.
Fap? Oh, Bap. Hey. Wiviosu?
There we go.
I am so baffled. Okay, it is taking damage from healing. Why? But it's also not. Oh, because it has armor.
Put another gator face. You know how hard it was to draw this first gator face? No way, I'm drawing another one. Not my contract. Gator face is my favorite Batman villain. Killer Croc. What a stupid idea. But I still love him because he lives in the sewers and is a freak. Just like me.
You wish. Okay. So the heal is checking if it should do sanity damage if they have no sanity. By default, 0 is no. Blah blah blah, and sanity damage equals 1, and it deals damage. Or it heals. If sanity damage equal 1, it doesn't. If sanity damage equals 1, it doesn't. Why are you taking damage though? Oh. Does it really work that way?
I will admit it. I had a crush on Toad from X-Men Evolution. Isn't that embarrassing?
A who? Wait, why did you draw a face on its back?
No reason.
I thought you were drawing an accordion.
You are miles behind our conversation.
I thought you were gonna draw an accordion.
I will. I said I'm gonna finish this first.
You're not a real artist unless you can draw an accordion alligator.
I'm going to finish this first. Then I'm going to make an accordion variant.
Okay, and on the accordion variant, it's gonna have that human face, right?
No, the human face I put there because I didn't want to
No,
draw
no.
right
At the end of the accordion neck, it's gonna be a normal person face.
No, that's just too crazy.
That's too many things.
That's too many things. Funny if this is just an alligator. Join the Gator King as family.
As family.
Yeah. He has a giant fucking castle all to himself that he's the lord over, but he keeps his sword in his stomach.
What the fuck is going on, bro?
That's the thing that happens. Maybe he just tried to get through airport security or something. I saw that movie 9, but it was a long time ago. I don't remember.
There is so much happening right now that is so wrong. There is seriously some sort of magic about streaming this kind of stuff.
Oh, you think he was trying to lose weight, Commissar? You know, people haven't really tried that. Ingesting a giant sword till they stop eating.
One thing at a time. That doesn't work.
You shall make a fine pet for
Amy!
baby. Goggins. Thank you.
Goggins. Thanks, Goggins.
Are you for real?
Sword was made of half-digested, still-living body parts? You mean those, like, little arms waving around on it?
Man, I do this all the time. I knew I was in the moment where it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Where I go all the way over to here. I find the thing that I need to open, and I'm like, okay, I fixed it, and then I close this window because I'm so confident that it's fixed and I won't have to bring it back up. And it's not fixed.
Might not have seen it correctly. You put Sanctuary twice in that list when you edited the token.
Nah, the skill name is named wrong. But I don't know. When we summon it, we give it... We give it a knit sanctuary skill. It's supposed to be init sanctuary stance. And yeah, sanctuary is on there twice. I thought it was missing it, but this is what the problem is.
Thanks, Mel.
I love that sound. And then it still doesn't. What? Did I just not update it? And not give her the updated one? I have too many windows open and I can't put them on my other monitor because that's where Ashley is.
Haha. Stay away from my monitor, dork.
Brain start combat. Okay. Then it gets the stance, which is refusing to heal adjacent people still, even though it is naming her as the target.
Program has gained sentience. Mind of its own.
So, stance is active. Targeting everything on the T list. Then it says T list, which is Filthy Witch, the only fucking person. We do 10 damage to you. Your armor is showing for some reason. We need to fix that next. She has 20 health. Still has 20 health, because yeah, it was healing Chaboy, wasn't it? Yep, it's healing Chaboy. Okay. Fully confirmed. This is what's happening.
Figured it out?
No, I mean... For each variable on the T list, heal them.
Today, he swapped stories with fellow cyber junkies in the forum.
I have too many windows open.
Hey, thanks, Memph. Memph.
Just gonna have it spell out exactly what's going on here.
Does Street Fighter 6 have any sort of release indication at all? Time? I don't know. Feels like I barely paid attention to 5. It's disappointing. $2023? Yeah, I was looking at some of the leaked character art. Does anyone know like how many characters they even released for 5? That French lady nuts. What do you mean?
I'm baffled. I'm dazed and confused. I'm a streamer. I'm streaming. Giant muscle redhead? I haven't really seen much of anything.
Oh, is that like a new... Is that a new character? I don't know the Street Fighter characters super well, but I don't remember a giant muscly redhead French lady.
What's the diversity score on that?
Dude, you still haven't seen that thing. But I feel like I described it to the point where you know what it is anyway. $45? Wow. Steve and I were still dating, teehee. We would watch a lot of fighting game stuff together.
Now all we do is fight.
We brought the game to life.
Yeah.
thought that was so cool. There was a boy in the world that would watch video games with me. I'd never encountered that before. Now it's like mainstream to do. Thanks, Twitch.
It's mainstream to play the video games? Dude, I'm so fucking confused!
To watch the video games! It was different back then.
Now it's the opposite, where like I'll ask her to play ping pong and she'll say no because she's gonna lose. So we can't play games together because they're competitive and she'll lose.
I'd play Terraria with you.
We've already done that.
And we've already played ping pong.
True. I'm gonna turn into the cubic man in a second and just walk at my computer.
God! Jesus.
Seriously, every time I stream.
We can stop the stream with you. I think it'd help.
I might just write it down and look at this later, because this is kind of minor, but also
consuming.
I'm starting over from scratch. I'm closing everything. Wow, that's kind of weird. It's healing the intelligent rat instead of the filthy witch. That's so strange. You guys can't even fucking see what's going on. It's an aura, and when its turn starts, it's healing itself instead of the target. The target being right here, the target, filthy witch. And then the healing still goes on the intelligent rat. What's up with that? Well, in order to find out, we're gonna have to head on over to the stand in my stance aura. Which is my stance stand. And I have it set so it says which stance is active. It says sanctuary stance active, targeting T-list, which is filthy witch. Wow, okay, cool. Good to know that that's the target. And then we come down to the sanctuary one. We're gonna have to double check that there aren't like two sanctuaries for some insane reason. No, here's the sanctuary case for each every character in T-list. For each one, the variable, we target the variable. Target heal is heal amount. 1d4 plus stance effect. Then it's the target name, which is the variable. Good. And then the caster name. That's the ID. That's who the caster was. And then if it does sanity damage. No. Wow. Looks like it works to me. Wait. I figured it out. This is the answer. That parentheses. Now it heal. Oh my god, dude.
Did it work?
Yeah.
Yeah! Woo! Round of applause! You did it! Good job, Steve.
I feel like the loser, though.
No, you're the winner!
And parentheses used to be there because it was double-sided to make sure that it was multiplying only one thing. Which it... Ah. So you can see from these ones up here, it's doing the same thing, has skill 2 stance times 5. And then there's a parentheses after it, but that's because it's within the max command. But the healing doesn't need a max. So it had the parentheses for no reason.
Saved yourself a future headache. You saved your buddy.
I did save my buddy. That makes me really paranoid about the rest of these, but that shouldn't exist anywhere else. Okay, well... Okay, and it was default healing the guy. The rat. Okay, next bug that we've stumbled across. When I deal damage, it keeps the armor active, and I think that's because of the sanity changes that I made, that it's, I had to change how the bars are generated, so somewhere there's a mistake where it's showing armor when it should not be showing armor.
All right, let's go.
This one should be easy. Which
Puzzle
has
level?
0 full armor. Puzzle level 1 star.
Yep.
We go to my bars.
I feel like the loser is the most programming feeling I've ever heard.
You really can't win. It's the same thing with working out. Like, I'll always, a lot of times tell my trainer, like, you win. Like, I'm fucking crushed, you win. Very rarely do you come out of a workout session and be like, I won. I crushed it. I'm the winner. I still have energy. I'm the winner.
That's how I felt last time we did it.
Oh, I did not. I was... these last 2 weeks I have been... So,
but I set a new personal best. Ooh, ooh.
because I believe I am currently indiscriminately turning on armor bar.
It is hard work to become the cubic man.
It is.
You know what? The real defeat is not doing it at all. Or looking at the people that do it and being like, heh, you guys suck. You're just gonna die.
What? That escalated.
No, it's a quote from something, but I can't do the impression.
Okay, fixed.
It's for
Puzzle level 1. Okay, so back on track with actually making the Filthcaster. Ability number 1. We have Summon Familiar, which is required for the familiar to be around you in order for you to use abilities.
Yes.
I currently have it as a once per day ability, but if your familiar dies, that's totally gonna fuck you. So I'm gonna make it... Can I make it a sanity cost if you've already done it? Also, I need to think of what they get as a benefit for that annoying familiar. Like, what can your familiar actually do for you? Because before, it was just kind of like... It made more sense, but when we want the classes to feel fully themed around the abilities we're giving them, I want it to feel like complete package of why you want the familiar and why you have it. So we can give the familiar, like... I would like to give it an out of combat ability. It currently has the healing aura, which is minor, and I can be upgraded. I'm sure we can add some upgrades for that. Can we use that currently?
Why would you need an item for that, Marth? Myriad is your world. It's your fantasy come to life, if that's what you want to do.
Okay, yeah, so we can scale the healing.
Yeah, it comes at the cost of sanity in your world. There you go.
An item that lets you... Okay.
And the familiars that you have are like a rat. And like, what else can you get?
It's just the rat.
It's just the rat.
I might be able to add more later if someone desperately wants something else, but I'm just gonna leave it as the rat baby.
Okay. Oh, the rat baby. So no, you can't. You actually can't do that, though. That's disgusting. You could have it scout. You could have it being a sentry.
I do have a skill programmed, so that you can like teleport or switch spots with your familiar and like eat them. And once you have that skill, it'll automatically create the macro on anything you summon. So there's some stuff there. But I would like to give the familiar like I don't know.
You could update the rat baby art.
I think the fact that it has... No, Ashley, don't.
What?
Work on new things so that we can have things done.
All right.
We're not going backwards.
We're not going
Not
backwards.
like my programming, which is just creating problems. We're not going backwards in the art department as well.
All right.
Something needs to get done.
I have been getting things done, damn it.
All of it needs to get done.
Drawn 25 NPCs.
You have to explode it. I could definitely give the class, there's a status effect called detonate that makes anything that has detonate explode when it dies. But the thing is with the familiar, you want to keep it alive because you need it to be able to cast spells.
That's when you get like the shadow familiar skill to summon a copy of your familiar, but it sucks.
I mean, it's 20 tiles, so it could totally just stand outside of combat. And you'd still be within range. Also, you need to be within range of any familiar. And some enemies could be counted as familiars, and that would actually be fine. Like, if an enemy had a familiar, you'd still benefit from theirs.
What do you think about my concept art, by the way?
I hate it.
What? Rude.
I thought you were gonna do like an actually commit with the accordion neck.
I mean, I can try, but probably it'd be better to do that not now.
Okay.
I'm in an inking mode.
I mean, it's intended to be like a passive benefit, and that's why it has a healing aura. And you could scale its healing aura, so you could be like the healer baby. I think that by itself, the potential for it to get upgrades is what makes it better. I could also... Yeah, you can upgrade its damage on its attack as well, and you can upgrade its health. So I think it'll either be passive thing that you just kind of need to have. There can be a way to overwrite needing to have it as well. I have it made so you can bypass needing a familiar. But I really want this class to focus on that. I don't think it needs to have anything. Because like I just said, all the stuff that it can upgrade will be good enough. And I think the class in general is going to have a lot of mechanics that work with their own summons. So, like, I can give them an eat your summon ability just from out the get-go, and you can fucking eat your baby during combat and break your lion over your head and get all bloody.
Cool.
Actually, that would be great if you, because you can only have one rat baby a day, could definitely make, like, an ability where you're like, fuck it, I don't need this anymore. And you eat your baby and you get fucking baby powers.
Eat it and then you're just like shitting in your own pants.
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't do this before.
Call it baby rage. Yeah, I'm doing that.
I think this is looking okay now.
Yo, what the fuck though? I had the old version where things did have the ultimate abilities. I basically had this made already. But I would have to find that map tools file.
Gain the strength of one small rat. Whew. I'm happy to have this one out of the way. Says dreading it.
I love the name of this Myriad rework final.
And a what on a date? I don't know what that is.
Ah, these are them. All of your summons which possess adrenaline are created with a detonate summon ability. This lets you summon... lets them expend all of their adrenaline and deal 4 damage per adrenaline to adjacent cardinal tiles and kill itself. May immediately trade places with the summon. And then there was Return Summon, which is, I think, the same. It heals you for the amount of adrenaline it had. And you may trade places with it.
drum toad. Are you calling this a drum toad? I'm gonna look that up.
Is that what I came over here for? I guess so.
Googled it. And I found this, which is extremely cute.
Baby toads!
Yeah, they're in a band. Little baby.
Gotta make sure these work. Some rat swarm. It did not work. At least one of them didn't. Wait.
The orb! It's terrible, Bigelow. I hope they don't. Jesus. It would probably work on me too. Pop me in the fridge. Then you can take a picture of me because I'll be too pissed off to do anything about it. I do know that like a lot of ant photography is just with like dead ants that they pose. It's funny.
What the fuck?
This thing right now, pretty sure, is like a bunch of brownies with gooey cheese in the middle.
I did it that way because... Okay. I did it that way because... I got a PP real bad. I'll be right back.
Later, bro. Alright, he's gone, chat. Anything you've been dying to tell me without him here? I'll keep the secret. Nope. Just want to lose points. All right. Really like Myriad, but you don't have to keep that as. Okay. But if he did find out, then his ego might get a tiny, tiny, tiny bit bigger. Everyone knows what happens to John Silva, so we gotta keep that from happening. Or else Ster will become an e-boy.
Oh, what?
Hey, you're back!
Yeah?
Yeah. Menodara really likes Myriad.
That's good. That's good.
Good.
Whoops.
John Silva was born that way? Probably true. But when is Surefour becoming an e-boy? I know he has a design.
He says he doesn't want to. Because it would
he
be
changed his
weird.
mind?
He was going to, but now that he has, he's like, yeah, that would be weird if I just did that.
The heck?
Well, he is...
Commissioned one and changed his mind?
I guess. I mean, he probably uses it in VR chat.
True. Chat, what would you like to see? Do you want Surefour to remain faceless, or do you want him to be an electric, blue-haired, kind of sleepy-looking anime dude? Why are we asking you? Because you're the expert, aren't you? You want Sonic hair, Surefour? I would like to see Myriad every day directly injected into my eyeballs. That'd be... I want regular webcam, but turned upside down to be quirky and different. That would be kooky. You want to see Surefour becoming a god? Gonna have to earn it. Ronnie's the next e-boy? Is he? Did he get a model done?
Who?
Ronnie.
Ronnie?
I like when I used to stream Zelda randomizing. What you working on now, Steve?
Making sure this works. Summons you create gain 10% of your max. Gain 10% max HP for every one occult you possess. Transferring over some of the old summon stuff. A burger VTuber model. Someone had made one and I was totally gonna do it and I was too lazy and never did it.
They made one for you?
I think it was Bell Pepper made one, or I don't know. It wasn't made for me. And it was pretty simple.
That sounds cute as hell.
If I was gonna make the ability to eat your summons, I'd have to make a target list that only can target things that are your summons. I think that's why I never did it, and then I did it the opposite way and made it so that your summons have the ability on them rather than you.
Oh, that's smarter.
Yeah, maybe.
Cute little burger with a frog on his head. Would be very adorable. Hyper-realistic Unreal Engine 5 frog. That is what I'm excited for, to be honest. You can make it look good and not Uncanny Valley. A lot of them are still Uncanny Valley.
Yeah, see, it's like I say with furries for the tax credits, you need to be a VTuber now so that you can have the credit to be a VTuber later when they look good. And won't be just like, oh, you're oh, now that they're good, now you're a VTuber. No, it's like I've always been doing it. Not that they're bad now, but naturally things get better. You got the Uncanny Valley real frog.
VTubers are mainstream? No, dude. No.
They're becoming that way, honestly.
Like, they might be considered mainstream, but like if you take Twitch as a whole. But if I go into the public and say the word VTuber, nobody ever understands me. Like, even my fellow nerds don't understand me some of the times.
You got kids?
You got kids, Hashy Hash Browns? Have you any kids? Okay, so the Filthy Witch can summon the familiar. I have an
Today,
upgrade
he
path
swapped
plan for the
stories with
familiar.
fellow cyber junkies in the forum.
That frag looking spooky.
Actually, let's actually for real, rather than say I have an upgrade path for them, let me actually do it.
Thanks, Holding. Hash Browns. That frag looking spooky. Frag. Fire egg? That's what I'm drawing. Frag.
What's the phrase I use?
Steve, how big are these balls?
I don't know, like doorway. You can fit through a doorway. Like
3 feet wide?
one cubic man.
1 cubic man doesn't help. Like 3 feet wide.
The inner circle would be the doorway.
Oh,
I was experimented on in the hospital.
okay.
Thank you, broken table. Shit, what was I doing before I was needed? The default phrasing of the thing.
Sure, you may think it would stink being a medieval peasant, but do you know just how stinky?
The pants. Thanks. Whole bunch of nouns in here all of a sudden.
The answer was equally as stupid as the question.
Poggers do a stream.
Poggers. I'm pretty hungry though.
Who is Ashley? Ashley is me. I am the artist for Myriad and Ster's wife. And in my day job, I work as a background artist at animation studio.
Javixon, thank you. My hand started hurting. Oh no.
No! Myriad has a higher billing than wife? Well, we're working on the Myriad. It's more relevant, right? The art is awesome. Cool style. Thank you.
Okay, so here's the idea. You start with this class will start with Conjure Familiar. This can randomly show up in everyone else's random skill pool. Well, this is considering the tags for the skill, which help generate based on who you are. Because it's a spell and filth, like most people won't ever actually see it because you need to be qualified to see those kind of things. But once you have this, which this class will start with, then all these other things underneath it will only be able to show up if you already have that. So that random fighter isn't seeing, like, when he levels up, he's like, oh, cool, I swing my axe and now my summons have 10% more HP. My what? So we're avoiding that. And I'm going to change the icons for these later. What is this? What is this music?
Blub, blub, blub. By familiar is a friendly burger. Can I eat a burger? Will you allow somebody to have a burger, familiar?
No.
No. Denied. Be whoever you want. It's maybe your fantasy world, but it stirs too.
Okay. Enough.
Ah! I did the stupid fill the outside thing instead. My whole canvas turned yellow. How embarrassing.
I'm embarrassed for you. But not as embarrassed as when I bounced you around like a baby this morning.
Don't tell them about that.
This fun thing about the random skill generator is if I give like additional skill levels to these passives, then it knows if you have or have not the multiple skill levels automatically. What else was there?
What happened is Ster is strong enough now that he can pick me up and toss me in the air for fun. And it is quite fun. I am about log size, yes. Though he does not toss the log.
I don't toss the log. You gotta specify.
That would be different.
If Ashley had handles, I could definitely overhead press her.
But I don't. Cool, because he used to do it and he would be out of breath after just like one lift.
I couldn't do one when I started. It was like a big moment when I was able to get a single 100-pound overhead.
You do it so easily now, too.
True. I'm a big lad. We are going to go to my summon. Any summoner fans in the chat? Anyone like summoning things?
I like summoning things.
I hate summon builds. I fucking despise them.
You don't have to have them in your game.
I wasn't going to originally, and then Shore4 is a summon lover, and I caved. But also the lore has expanded, and it makes a lot more sense, because the main reason I held off was, like, not wanting the fantasy to go that far.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at what pre-built things I already have that I can modify. Like, some stats I haven't used anywhere currently. It makes it so the affinities of your summon, this really shouldn't matter anymore, because abilities, this is tricky, and it's a long explanation, and just because it's a long explanation means that it shouldn't exist, and I shouldn't worry about it, but I'm not prepared to delete it because I might come back to it. This. Yeah, it's the same as that. That's a good one.
Going to look like cheese, form finished. But you're just gonna have to deal with it. It's not cheese. That toad looks neat as fuck. Thank you. I have him up as my sort of goal for line art weight. Try to get him to match the best I can. So he's always there watching. Judging.
Use them to screen enemies. What do you mean by screen? I know that's a term that means a thing, but I forget what it is. I have approximate knowledge of many things. You made it more. You're hiding behind them and they get gummed up going through them. In Myriad, the enemies declare who they're going to attack based on a lot of parameters. So enemies can declare to attack your summons. And then that would mean that they're not attacking you. I can also definitely make summons that have taunt or something like that. But yeah, they would, except for the smaller swarm summons, they would body block. Which is pretty much all that there is. There was... Man, I didn't carry that over. I'm gonna have to open up the other map tools and get that. Why don't I have that? There's a fucking ability to summon a clone of yourself that had 1 HP and a bunch of limitations.
That was a rogue ability, right?
No. It was one of the, like I was saying before, the ultimate abilities. Summoner had 3 choices. It was either get the familiar, you can summon a clone of yourself, or it was like the Omega OP 1-turn Obliterator Man.
Yeah.
The cloning yourself is like 1 HP and can't gain adrenaline and blah, 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 and had a lot of restrictions, but it was still, you know, an actual just clone, so it's still strong. I'll probably bring that back. To how?
What are you saying?
To how? You know what I'm saying.
Don't.
Can also make a skill that would add... I was thinking of this earlier. A skill that would add an ability to your familiar. But I just don't know what it is. And I think it having a healing aura and being able to scale its health and attack and all that. Oh, that was something that I had that I can put in here. What?
Oh.
Excuse me. Sorry for microphone noise.
Doop 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 doop. Yo, a Ster stream. That's right.
Hey, yo, I exist.
You've been putting out cool videos, though.
Yeah, that's a good plus. I think I'm out of them. I think I'm all out. I would have to, like, stream again.
Yeah. Cider did a great job, though.
Yeah. If you haven't seen, on Ster 2, there's been a couple videos lately of stream content cut down.
Nope.
Today he swapped
There
stories
it
with
is.
fellow
Ster
cyber
2.
junkies
In the forum.
Star Blob.
Thanks, Junie. Yeah, I'm extra.
True.
I'm gonna look for some lava references. If I can make it look less like melty cheese. Blacklight Retribution video night recommends.
Why would YouTube recommend you that?
It's strange.
This is what you want.
Some people enjoy you, Ster. Can you believe it?
But do they enjoy Blacklight Retribution?
Maybe you're enough.
Hmm.
About that.
Hmm. It's Morbin time? Yeah, I'm one of the lucky few who has totally missed this whole Morbin thing.
It's not even a thing. I asked Chad about it because I was tired of feeling left out, and they told me that it's not worth actually watching the movie. It's just one funny scene in the entire runtime of the movie. And because of that one funny scene, they re-released the movie in theaters. What about what a ripoff?
People memed about it, and you know what? We took the opportunity to profit off of it.
It's not a real scene? What? Alright, now I'm extra lost. No, I'm not talking about it's Morbin time. I'm talking about the dancing. The guy just dancing around in his apartment, making stupid faces to turn into vampire faces. That's the one I was talking about. Yeah, the dance scene is real. Thank you. I was losing my mind for a minute there. So I guess it's a joke that people are saying, he actually says it. And then they go and watch the entire movie because it came back out, and then he never says it. Brilliant.
Yo, I'm about to morb right now. I'm about to be like, hey, what's for dinner right now?
Dude, I am very hungry.
Dude, I am also very hungry. Dude, we have that in common, dude.
Dude, what do you want to do about it, dude?
What do you want to do about it?
What do you want to do about it? My votes are taco or Hawaiian chicken.
Man, you only want two things. Ever. Ever.
Ever. Well, I don't want pizza. That's the one thing you always want. Taco Saturday, I'm hoping. But it's not sounding likely.
I don't want tacos, man. Ask what you're doing? Yeah, I'm making a filth class for my game, Myriad, that I've been working on for like a year. You know, let me just put this back. God, how long has it actually been now? I say a year, but it's been like two. It's almost been two. So they got Summon Baby. Gonna give them Summon Swarm. Haven't looked at that.
I thought we were talking about food.
Were we?
Yeah.
Man, I want some like real food. Like some rice and chicken. I bought the chicken. And I want that chicken with rice. That's what I really want.
Alright. Then I'll find some. Summon pizza? I wish.
These summons are broken as fuck.
Leon, where did you get such power?
I was experimented on in the hospital.
What? I can support my favorite streamer with my free Prime sub?
What?
Hey, thanks, Luke.
Yeah, thank you. So here's the situation on the Filthy Witch. Summons have adrenaline. They lose one adrenaline a turn, and then they disappear. So you have like a time limit on your summons. But also,
the only thing I know about the culprit,
they have ways to increase summon health, which is relevant for the rat swarms because they can only take 1 damage from a source. So if you increase their HP significantly, they're going to last a really long time. But they don't do a ton of damage. So the question really is, what resource is witch spending to summon the rat swarms in combat. Because if you're spending sanity, the way sanity is now, you're gonna kind of eat shit for that. And also, you could just summon something every single turn. So it's like a bit of both. Like, you're gonna eat shit and it's gonna be really strong. If you really want it to be. So I'm thinking that I should give the class some sort of... Especially because Filth was supposed to be adrenaline-based, rather than using sanity. Or, no, shit, there was this ability. It'd probably be a perfect fit for, instead of spending sanity, they spend health. And then they have ways to eat their own summons and heal. And that sort of stuff. Kind of want to give them a culling strike, where if an enemy has X percentage of HP, they can just, eat them. Something like that.
Hey, thanks, Kepler.
Hey, thanks, Kepler. But what's for dinner?
You just said what it was.
Did I? Oh. Okay. I guess I gotta get up and make it? Fuck, dude.
Today, he swapped stories with fellow cyber junkies in the forum.
Hey Ster and Ashle, 100 months. Wowie. I love you guys. Always believe in and look forward to anything either of you are working on. Thanks for being passionate about video games, Ster. Always speaking your mind, even if that gets you in trouble sometimes. You both the best.
Damn, Justin cut you off. You're both the best. Thanks for being a positive force of energy, inspiration in my life. Thank you. I'm glad. Nice.
Always speaking your mind, even if that gets you in trouble sometimes.
Most of the time.
That is so sweet. Holy shit. Thank you, Flutter. I love seeing you in chat. And that is very sweet.
Neither of us receive compliments, apparently.
It's hard, man. Try not to be uncool, you know? In front of my bros. But that means a lot. You don't remember the clip tail spinner of the Overwatch people saying, like, who would listen to Ster making the calls? Can you really take Ster seriously when he says go in, guys?
A little different. I mean, certainly no one from Overwatch, like, I don't know the term. Definitely spoke my mind there, and definitely am not getting invited back to anything.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, not taken seriously, even though you were right. Wink.
Like, telling all the... That's still, like, one of my favorite stories of my life, of telling everyone in the super executive room that they were so proud of that Lucio Ball was a fucking stupid idea. Or it was competitive Lucio Ball.
Only take Ster seriously when he screams!
I think what we do with this class is... I want everyone using adrenaline, but they're all going to kind of use it differently, and I think they're going to be one that... it would make sense if they start it with X amount of adrenaline, and that's all they got for combat. So that, yes, they can just summon shit every turn and do whatever they want with it, but once they use it, it's gone, kind of thing. And that also makes it not deal damage to sanity, which is pretty hugely beneficial for a caster, because they would be using the adrenaline instead of sanity. Either that, or I do make them... See, I like the idea of them spending health instead of sanity, which is already set up, but I think another class based around more like blood stuff would make better use of that than Summoner, than Filth Lad. Because if they get an unlimited amount of you can just keep summoning swarms every turn, and they can increase the health of the swarms and they only take 1 damage, and enemies are going to declare to target them, like I think rat swarms and them taking that kind of damage existed before declares existed. So this whole situation is kind of fucked up.
You're not dorky enough to understand D&D-like things? Dorky enough, excuse you? D&D is cool now. Have you heard?
Man, fucking summoners, dude. I think starting with Summoner is also a shit idea.
Even the people in my college dorm were doing it in the lobby. Playing D&D in the lobby? See? Because it's cool. They didn't worry about getting beat up. Or having somebody, like, steal their dice. Things are different now. Pretending is in.
I love to pretend.
Reality is out.
Reality is gone.
Get it a little bit, but I have the creativity of house play. You don't really need any. You just take whatever character you want from TV and change their appearance, and there you go.
I mean, most people just play themselves.
Or that. Why would you want to be yourself?
Mm-hmm. Themselves with a different name, so that when they do some weird shit in the game, they'll be like, oh, it was my character. And then they're like, getting off to it.
No. Not allowed.
That's the game.
The improv is tough. But before I play, I make like a cheat sheet of a whole bunch of things my character would say in certain situations. It helps.
Clive, the elf that smells feet. It's not me, it's my character. Exactly. You get it. It's a fantasy world where you can do anything and no one will judge you because your name's Clive the Elf.
Why? Recently started to take a serious crack at DMing, and the improv is very hard. Ooh. Well, I hope it gets easier the more experience you get. And I hope you don't have players that like to take advantage of that.
Yeah, I think this one's a case of you would just choose 3 spells from the occult list kind of thing. Man, I'm about to go make dinner. Because the occult list is all themed the way that I want it to be. It's not like fireballs. And at least one class needs to be the choose your own spell lad.
Could also play a trope and let the world mold you. No need for complexities. That is true too. A lot of people have that strategy. Like, I don't know, I'm a dumb fighter. We'll see what trauma my character goes through and how that affects it. It can be fun too.
Joke character with one gimmick? Yep, also what most people do. And it always will grow from there, and you'll figure out what you're doing as you play more. Really, I just don't overthink it.
Yeah, all of that is valid.
Don't overthink it unless you're like Miss You. Who, I mean, if you're a person who likes to overthink it, then you're not worried about, you're not the one in chat talking about it. You're overthinking it. No one gonna stop you.
Most of my players seem to be having a great time, but 2 are the type to tell me everything I did is wrong. Huh. Well, do you, like, ask them their opinions first, or they just come out with it? Because that's different. I always give a warning to people making joke characters, because the joke is funny once and then you're stuck. Flyish.
Yeah, I think most people by like 3 episodes will start to be a lot more natural or find more than one thing. And if they don't, then... If they don't, then they're usually the type of player that just wants to do combat.
Yeah.
I mean, Octo stuck with the medium joke the whole way through. That's just the kind of player he is, too.
Yeah. He stays with a joke till the end of time. And it works for him because he's so charismatic. Me trying to roleplay a character is enough of a joke that the character itself doesn't need to be a joke as well. Jeez, lag. Instead of a joke, you can do a flaw as well.
I would recommend every character have some flaw that you think about, like what your character likes, what their flaw is, what they're bad at. And you might not have an answer, but it's one of the weird things that I like to check is if you are sitting around a campfire, you're not in combat, you're not doing any fucking super crazy dragon fight, you're just like, hey guys, everybody sits around a campfire eventually. What does your character do?
Jerks off!
Yep. Man, I have a pretty good idea of what I'm doing and what needs to be done. But yeah, I don't know. I think I might be too hungry to do it now. Let me vocalize. Make sure everything I'm saying makes sense. I want a prepackaged basic character class that fits archetypes that, you know, people would want to play, like someone with a bow, the thief kind of guy, the fighter, every type of different mage that there is. There's probably going to be like an opulence healer, a transmuter, a fire guy, some person who picks occult abilities, like one for blood, blah blah blah, one for all these. Maybe not one for all of them because it's going to be a lot, but I expect there to be a lot of classes, and I really want to try and give them some worldly identity, so a person making a character can easily go, oh, like this one is a cleric and this is what it means to be a cleric. I'll do that, because people generally just
they know what that is.
Yeah, they follow what's laid out for them. So I would ideally have them themed for things that actually make sense in Myriad World. And if someone wants to deviate from what is already there, then we could talk about it. And then, like I did with this, I kind of want upgrade paths that'll show up when you level up that are relevant to your character. So because this one can conjure the familiar and anyone can potentially get that, it'll also give you all this other summon shit as options when you level. So that's the general idea. Every character to have, like... Yeah. Then I need to do races. I don't know how many I'm going to have. I really don't even know what they're going to be. It might be like 5. I don't know. Need to go through and do all of the alignments again. They mostly adjust the random leveling stuff, sort of helping to determine what your character is besides your class. A little bit more direction for yourself. Like if you really wanted to... I don't need to explain it more. You get it. Social stuff is all done. Downtime doesn't exist anymore. Get fucked, you're gone. That's it, I think. I need to rework how the tokens are created. I have a couple ideas on how to do it, but that shouldn't take more than like an hour. Well, no, why no downtime? I didn't like the pacing of downtime for a stream because I really want to focus on it being a stream game. Like, if I was doing offline games and my players were taking it all, like, super seriously and they really wanted to, you know, take their downtime to figure out what they want to do, sure. But I've come to realize that's not the kind of game that I'm running. And I want things to be a little bit more fast-paced, which is also why the leveling stuff has changed. To make it quick and snappy and make it apparent to the viewers what people are choosing and why they're choosing it.
Smart.
So there's technically kind of downtime options that will come at the end of episode arcs or missions or whenever they go back to town. I have a whole plan for how like the overworld works and the things you can do in it, but downtime just it ultimately really isn't for the kind of game that I'm running, which is stream games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could go on for a while, but the pacing is quite a bit off for it. So things like resting are a lot simpler. So a lot of these things will exist. Oh, I need to... There's a weight limit now, and I don't want to get into it. There's a whole supply system where you just pull from your supplies, and it does, like, your character may just have, hey, as a supply use, I can throw a throwing knife. And most people have, like, as a supply use, it's a healing potion, so it's like a versatile item that can do whatever your character has allotted. So I need to make some options for that, because right now I don't really have any. I just have heal and heal sanity. And that's the like technical framework stuff that needs to be done. I'm not 100% sure how I want to determine choosing your starting weapons. I think every class is just gonna start with some weapons, and like, who cares? If a player really is like, I really want to play the fighter, but I want, you know, I want a mace instead for whatever reason, then I can change it. Which, yeah, all in all isn't a lot. I think the bigger things that need to be done are more finishing some of the overworld stuff, but I think that the campaign that is done is going to start a little bit more secluded so that that stuff can have more time to be finished. Trying to like project manager schedule everything out to get it done get it to be able to be played as quickly as possible now.
Nice.
Because I think I'm realizing all of the things I want to do sound amazing and I'm very excited for them, but they are not gonna happen as fast as I want them to happen.
Mm-hmm.
The Gandalf idea? Not really. I've given it some thought. And I keep pushing the current campaign idea around that I think, as I'm saying, that I kind of want it to be a little bit secluded, because I would really like a full prepared version of the cities that people can go to before they come up. I don't want to just be like, oh, you guys go to the city, like, oh shit, like next session where you going, like I'll make that map. I really want to have the city done and the characters in it done. So I think the campaign is going to start with people on a boat on their way to the island and then work their way in towards the city rather than starting in the city, which was
That's a good idea.
the initial plan, which is like a buffer to say, you know, if it takes like 4 or 5 episodes to get to the city, then that's realistically a month's worth of work that I could be doing on it. I had a really hard time multitasking during every session I've ever ran of trying to prepare other shit while I'm preparing to run the session, but I think I'm planning for my campaigns to be a lot more structured, and I can just finish them ahead of time and not worry about it as much, especially now that I had practice running the other one.
Hey, Ashley, can you make an entire city of NPCs by next week? If I am pushed, I can make a lot of things. They will not necessarily look good.
She's already made a lot of them.
Yeah. I can grind it out if I need to. Did a stream a little bit back, coloring a few NPCs if you wanted to take a peek.
Yeah, you sent me the whole pack of them and I never downloaded it. I gotta
Seriously?
do that. I always do that.
Man.
I gotta like go back up in the chat and get it. But yeah, I don't know how many NPC tokens would you say we have?
We have 24.
Nice. I'll say they look a lot better than the old ones. Get fucked old ones.
Hey!
Damn, got him. What else?
So weird that when you do a project, you reject all the norms you hate and then slowly learn why everyone does them. That is so true.
Yep, I've learned a lot of that.
Damn you, norms. No, my thing will be different.
Thinking if there's anything else. But yeah, I think the big holdup is just the classes like I was doing today. and I keep getting like stuck on them because I want to make sure it, like I was explaining at the beginning of the stream, if I make a skill and put it on a character and it's not done right, it's going to cause a lot of problems later. So I'm trying to be really cautious and thorough with it. And that is like, that is a big roadblock.
You're getting it done.
Yeah.
Look how far you've come, man.
I mean, today I didn't get much done.
Well, you've talked out and figured out a lot of stuff, I thought.
Yeah.
Purchase season's Myriad pass. Ooh, how do I get that?
It's good to know what the plan is.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm looking around like that's pretty much it.
Pretty nice. What about the maps?
The maps are what I was talking about with the city, that I want to make sure I get that all done before players get there. So I need to make a couple of maps for the campaign that I want to run.
Yeah.
And I want to get so far ahead of that. I really like it. I don't have an analogy. I get grinded into dust as a human being trying to prepare multiple things, like work on the system while I'm making maps. Like it's too much while I'm running a game. And I do not want to get put into that situation again, which I thought I wasn't going to with the last the rerun, because the rerun was the same campaign again. And still I found myself like doing so much with the system to fix things and make sure stuff was working correctly and try and make adjustments. It's like I just want to make sure all of that is done, because if I have some issues while I'm running it,
there's going to be issues no matter what.
There are going to be issues no matter what, but I want to be as far ahead of them as I can be.
Yeah.
But yeah, running one game the way things were and the way I wanted them to be and seeing what worked and what didn't was necessary. Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna end the stream. I'm gonna go make dinner.
Nice.
But this is this is what's being worked on. This is what's going on. I'd also like to try and stream some normal stuff, but I don't know when I have time for that. I know there was some stuff I wanted to play with Strippin'. I can try and set a date for that.
Ooh, date.
Date night.
Date night with the boy. Those are always really fun.
Till then, bye-bye.
Later, everybody.